With the sun shining on the bay behind us, 989 Sports welcomes you to San Francisco. SBC Park, the site for this edition of Major League Baseball. We've got a good one on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Cubs taking on the San Francisco Giants. And hi again, everybody. Alongside Dave Campbell, I'm Matt Vasgersian as we get set to bring you the call of what should be a pretty good one here. And, Soup, before we get going, what are you going to keep your eye on in this one?
Well, the makers of this place envisioned a hitter's haven, but in its brief existence, SBC Park has turned out to be more of a pitcher's park. 3 or 4 runs can be enough to get a victory in this one.
All right, Dave, thank you. And now we'll come to our starting lineup as we check out the order for the visiting Cubs. Jerry Hairston leads things off in left field. Batting second and playing second is Todd Walker. In the 3-hole is Nomar Garciaparra. He's at short. Aramis Ramirez, the third baseman, is in the cleanup spot. Jeremy Burnett is the right fielder hitting 5th. Derek Lee will be at first base and hit 6th. Corey Patterson, the center fielder, will hit in the number 7 spot. Michael Barrett will be behind the plate and hit 8th. And batting in the number 9 spot on the mound is the hard-throwing right-hander Kerry Wood. And on the rubber to face them is the all-star right-hander Jason Schmidt. Many thought Schmidt had a good chance at his first Cy Young Award in 2004, but he stumbled a bit down the stretch. Don't expect many stumbles here, though. And there you see a look now at the Giants' defensive alignment behind him. Jerry Hairston will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway.
Left fielder, Jerry Hairston.
And we are underway as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball 1.
First pitch, 105.
Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now a ball hit foul off to the right and up into the crowd. And Schmidt fires the heater and gets it by him for strike 3.
And you pretty much know you're going to get a fastball or slider from Jason, and he just rocks and fires this one by him.
Todd Walker steps in now.
Second baseman, Todd Walker.
And a curveball drops in there for strike 1. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-2.
Got to shorten up your swing now and try to protect the outer half.
And this one's inside and high, 1-2 now. Here it comes. In the air to center. Grissom is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Well, Matty, 2 up, 2 down. He's looking for a 1-2-3 first inning.
Nomar Garciaparra will get his first shot at it here.
Nomar Garciaparra.
Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Just a strike away from a perfect opening half inning.
Here's the pitch. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Yeah, Matt, it looked like it did. He'll be hearing church bells for a few minutes or so, but it looks like he's going to be okay.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and here's the powerful Aramis Ramirez. Lays off the slider. Don't know quite where that missed, but it's 1-0. And that misses 2-0.
Yeah, and he'll look for something a little higher here.
Lets it fly 2-0, but this one's by him for the first strike. Swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. The flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Now it'll be the Giants' turn, no score. Starting lineup for the host Giants looks like this. Leading things off is Ray Durham. He plays second base. Omar Vizquel bats second. He's at short. Next is JT Snow. He'll be at first base. Reggie Stocker will bat in the cleanup spot and play left. Then comes the veteran Moises Alou. He's out in right field. Edgardo Alfonso is in the 6th hole. He plays third. Then it's Marquise Grissom. He'll play center field. Mike Matheny will be behind the plate and hit 8th. And on the mound in this one, batting in the number 9 spot, All-Star Jason Schmidt. And on the mound to face them is an imposing presence by the name of Kerry Wood. Wood had his struggles last year, first time in his 6-year career that he's finished under 500, but he's still a big challenge here. And there's a look at the defensive alignment for the Cubs here. Ray Durham will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And he reaches up to haul this one in on the run. Nice play for the first out.
Boy, left that fastball up that time, but he got away with it and got him to fly out.
Omar Vizquel will stand in. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And here's a fastball called for strike 2.
Working quickly here. Let's see if they try to finish him off.
Slider, and that thing comes in at 89 on the radar gun. A ball and 2 strikes now. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting third,
JT Snow will be the batter.
JT Snow.
Come on, let's get something started here.
In there, strike 1. Now the 0-1 from Wood. And that misses 1-1.
Not hard to lay off down there.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
A strike away now from a flawless bottom of the first.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. Reggie Stocker would be next if they can keep this inning alive. The 3-2 pitch. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Swing shot back up the middle. Base hit.
And Matt, that's fun to watch. The more pitches you see in an at-bat, the more chance you have of locking in on one, and he came through there.
Reggie Stocker will get his first cuts here.
Left fielder, Reggie Stocker.
And here's the first pitch. And he takes ball one.
And if I'm on the mound, I go right back in there with a fastball.
Cold strike at the knees, 1-1. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Ball 3. Moise Alou would be next. Who thought he had ball 4, but instead it's strike 2.
And with 2 outs here, the runner on first should be going with the pitch.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he puts a pretty good jolt into this one, high and deep to center. Patterson will get under it, though, and he puts it away to retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Second inning now from San Francisco with no score. Jeremy Burnitz leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Right fielder, Jeremy Burnitz.
Gets ahead of him here as he got him to swing over the top of this one. And they go away here. It's a cold strike, 0-2.
And with a few pitches to play with, let's see if they get him to chase something here.
And the pitch. Curveball got him swinging for the first down.
And from this angle, we'll get a good look at where that thing is. It crowded him in off the plate. Tough pitch there.
Derek Lee will stand in for the first time here.
First baseman, Derek Lee.
Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a ball pulled foul into the lower level and left. One-two pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Well, this is just a case where he reaches back for a little something extra, and he just fired that fastball by him.
Corey Patterson will take his cuts now.
Center fielder, Corey Patterson.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Now he's going to have to make an adjustment at the plate, maybe take a little length out of his swing.
The pitch. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. So Schmidt just rolls right through him here. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. And we are tied 0-0. Moise Salou will start things off in the bottom of the second.
Leading off for the Giants, right fielder, Moise Salou.
On the ground is short. And a dive by Nomar, but he can't get it. Base hit.
Well, he's not showing his age whatsoever. This guy can still flat out hit after all these years.
Edgardo Alfonso will step in now. First pitch to him. Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. And that's in there. Base hit.
Well, back-to-back hits here to open the inning. They're setting themselves up to do some damage.
Marquise Grissom will dig in here.
Center fielder, Marquise Grissom.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
And with the infield at double play depth, it looks like they'll trade a run for 2 outs.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. And past the diving infielder, that's a base hit.
Well, that'll put him on the board first here in the second inning. Just a good compact stroke there, and it's 1-0.
Mike Matheny will get his first opportunity now. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. None out, runners at first and second. On the ground is short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, a double play.
Taylor made right there. Good flip by the shortstop, and the relay was in plenty of time.
Jason Schmidt steps in now.
Pitcher, Jason Schmidt.
And a ball 1-0.
Yeah, and he'll lay off there and just take what's given to him.
Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike, 1-1. Boy, and that's about as bad as you can fool a guy. It's 1-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Through 2 here at the ballpark. Giants on top, 1-0. Michael Barrett is ready to go here as we begin the third.
Leading off for the Cubs, catcher, Michael Barrett.
Now the pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. he watches this one in there for a high strike.
And he buzzed him with that one a bit.
Called strike that time, and it's even at 2-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And he will get there as he puts this one away on the run for the first out of the inning.
That's 7 in a row he set down, Matt. It looks like he's starting to settle in.
Kerry Wood will get his first shot at it here.
Pitcher, Kerry Wood.
Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. Swing and a fly ball to straightaway left. Stocker will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2.
Looked like he got him to swing underneath that one, and that's 8 in a row he's set down, Matt.
Jerry Hairston will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Jerry Hairston.
Swinging a high pop-up straight back. Should have enough room back there, though. Matheny is there, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Giants lead it 1-0. Ray Durham makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Second baseman, Ray Durham.
In there for strike 1.
And that's a sign of a veteran pitcher getting ahead early in the count.
Out of play off to the right. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That was a good time to come up with that pitch. A lot of guys don't look off speed with 2 strikes, and he had him way out front.
Omar Vizquel will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Omar Vizquel.
And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. Walker ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. J.T. Snow will step in. A base hit in his last time.
First baseman, J.T. Snow.
And he pours this one in at the letters. 0-1. Man, a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on.
All right, let's get something going.
Here's the pitch. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Sign of a smart hitter right there.
Had a good cut there, but he can't time the breaking ball. That evens us at 2-2. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On now to the top of inning number 4. Giants out in front here, 1-0. Todd Walker will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Second baseman, Todd Walker.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Here it comes. And he lays off for ball 1. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. And that one finds the target on the outside corner, 2-2. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
Backdoored him with a curveball here. Take a look. The catcher wants this thing away, and that's just where it ended up.
Nomar Garcia-Parra will stand in.
Nomar Garcia-Parra.
Sliced down the line at first. What a stop! And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
They don't come much better than this. Watch how he lays out, then gathers himself and makes a great throw for the out.
Aramis Ramirez will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Aramis Ramirez.
No way. Don't give in now.
In there, and it's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to first. But a throw gets him here. Talk about a friend in need as the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Giants on top, 1-0. Reggie Stocker will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th.
Left fielder, Reggie Stocker.
On the ground towards second. And Walker's throw is in time for out number 1. Moise Salou will step in. Singled and came around to score his last time. First pitch coming. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
And with a good pull hitter at the plate, the outfield will swing way around to the left here.
1 out, nobody on. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Slider just off the black there, and it's to 2-1 now. Swing and a hot shot towards the hole. And a dive by Nomar, but he can't get it. Base hit. Dave, I didn't see exactly what happened, but he appears to be a bit shaken up down there. Todd Hollinsworth is going to come in now and take over following the injury. So a runner on first with one out now. And here's the former Met, Edgardo Alfonso. Here's the first offering. Low for ball one.
Infield at double play depth as they look for two to try to get him out of this.
On a grade school swing there, it's 1-1.
He needs to stay back and let that pitch come to him.
Runners on first with one down. He's ready now, the pitch. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1. Marquise Grissom waits on deck. Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. Has to fight to stay alive as this is fouled off to the right. He'll try it again, 3-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, 2 away.
That was a great time for the curve. It looked like he was gearing up for something hard because he was far too early.
So it's a runner at first with two gone, and the veteran Marquise Grissom stands in. Line hard. And this is going to be a foul ball. In the dirt, might not be enough to try it. So he moves all the way up to third here. Fastball close, but he didn't get it, 2-1.
And he's not afraid to run pitches inside on hitters.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. We played 4 full. The Giants lead it 1-0. Jeremy Burnitz will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Right fielder, Jeremy Burnitz.
Get this guy on stride.
Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
Well, this is what veteran pitchers do. They know the importance of getting ahead in the count.
And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
Not wasting any time here. He's coming right after him.
Now a hard liner toward short. But right there to glove it is the shortstop for the first out.
Well, this ball stung pretty hard, but they got him positioned well defensively, and it's an easy out.
Derek Lee will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Derek Lee.
Lays off 1-0.
A few more inches in, and that's a pitch he'll turn on.
Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Up in the zone for him, and he takes a called strike 2. One-two pitch is a bit high, and he's back to even at 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, nothing to be ashamed of here. He's just running into some good pitching here this afternoon. He'll bounce back.
Corey Patterson will get another shot. Struck out swinging his last time.
Corey Patterson.
And a fastball just misses for ball 1. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. Hit hard, but foul. Now a curveball in there. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So a no-hitter through 5. Last half of the 5th coming up. San Francisco leads this one 1-0. Mike Matheny will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Catcher, Mike Matheny.
And that's on the outside corner for a strike. And the pitch. 1-1.
Yep.
1-1 pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2. And no one will get this one. Misses, ball 2.
In SBC's one park, you don't mind leaving it up in the zone. This is a good park for fly ball pitchers.
Hit on the ground towards first. No problem for the Gold Glover Lee at first for the out. Jason Schmidt will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. And he swings right over the top of this one, 0-1. Now the 0-1 from Wood. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1.
And he's starting to get up there in pitches now, worth keeping an eye on.
And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2. 1 out, nobody on. Swinging a liner back through the box. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Boy, and when you've got the pitcher at the plate, there's an out you've got to count on getting.
Ray Durham will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time. Here's the first pitch to him. Good way to start it on the outside corner for strike 1.
The infield's at double play depth here, Matt, as they look for a ground ball to get him out of the inning.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now the 0-1 from Wood. And this one gets away, and it ought to be scored a passed ball. but fortunately no advance.
And that runner's flat-footed that time. He's got to be moving on those.
Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Runners on first with one down. Comes set, now the pitch. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Burnett is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out. Omar Vizquel will dig in. 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First pitch coming. Slider, and look out, that's up in the danger zone. Swinging a ball lifted into straightaway center. Patterson is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Giants on top, 1-0. Michael Barrett will get things started here in the top of inning number 6.
Catcher, Michael Barrett.
Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him, 0-1. Center field. Grissom is right there, 1 down. Kerry Wood will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Kerry Wood.
Now a ball hit high down the left field line, but back in amongst the spectators, foul. Boy, that's just about in the catcher's glove there. It's 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Good discipline there.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
He's certainly showing good command to this point, no doubt about it.
Todd Hollingsworth will get his first cuts here.
Todd Hollingsworth.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. 2 out, nobody on. Man, a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Now the pitch. Taken, strike 2 called, and it's even at 2-2. And he struck him out, so it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. So he's through 6 full now, and he has yet to surrender a base hit. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. The Giants lead it 1-0. JT Snow will be the batter as we get things going in the bottom of the 6th.
First baseman, JT Snow.
Ball 1. swing, and he pops him up. Behind the bag at second. Walker will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone. Reggie Stocker will step in. A ground-out victim his last time.
Reggie Stocker.
Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. Called strike two at the letters. 0-2 now.
Let's see if they stay with a fastball to try to finish him off.
Make him throw the pitch.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Bases are empty, one man out. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. Lined into left center. And he won't get it as that's down for a base hit. But he'll be in there with a double.
Well, this is a good job of using the whole field, Matt. He just reaches out and drives it into the gap in left center for extra bases.
Runner at second, one away, and in steps Moises Alou.
Moises Alou.
And here's ball four now on the intentional walk, so that'll set up the double play possibility with one gone.
Well, let's see how they approach this next guy now, Matt.
Edgardo Alfonso will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Had him reaching that time. It's strike one. Swing hard liner to left center. And that's going to get down out there. And the runner will score from second.
Well, sometimes he's a guy that'll rely on his fastball a bit too much, and it looked like the hitter was guessing fastball all the way.
Marquise Grissom will stride in, grounded out his last time through. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
And he'll be effective if he can keep that fastball down there.
Hit hard back up the middle. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
As you can see, the pitches are starting to pile up on him, and that's 3 straight hits he's surrendered here.
Mike Matheny will dig in, 0 for 2 thus far. John Leister will be the new pitcher. And here's the first pitch. Swing and a ball bounced back up the middle. Oh, look at Nomar go get it. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We're through 6 full. San Francisco leads this one 3-0. Todd Walker will step in. He's 0 for 2 to this point.
Second baseman, Todd Walker.
In there at the letters 0-1.
He'll lay off that and wait for something to come in a little more.
And a foul ball straight back. started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone.
And he looks like he's just getting stronger as the game progresses.
Nomar Garcia-Parra will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Nomar Garcia-Parra.
Hard hit to third. Alfonso has it. Throw on to Snow gets him, and there are 2 men down.
Matt, without jinxing anybody, they've still got a big 0 in that hit column.
Aramis Ramirez will stand in. 0 for 2 thus far.
Aramis Ramirez.
Hit hard, but foul. In there at the knees, 0-2 now. Shallow center. Grissom is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. 7 no-hit innings now as he closes in on his masterpiece. We've reached the 7th inning stretch here in San Francisco. Giants on top, 3-0. Jason Schmidt will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th. Fouled back. Now a ball line softly down the left field line. Foul. On the ground to second. And Walker's throw is in time for out number 1. Ray Durham will try again. 0 for 3 thus far.
Ray Durham.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Here's the pitch. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss. Good sinking action there. 1-2. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
And just like the last time he was set down, he just didn't look comfortable up there during this entire at-bat.
Omar Vizquel will try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
And that's a confident pitcher that can start an at-bat with a changeup.
Here it comes. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit.
Some good 2-out hitting there, as now an extra base hit might get him an insurance run here in the late innings.
JT Snow will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. Swing and a hard hit ball to second. But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Eighth inning coming up. The Giants lead it 3-0. Jeremy Burnitz will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far.
Right fielder, Jeremy Burnitz.
First pitch coming. Ball 1.
He might be getting tired here because he's missing up now.
And he watches one miss outside, 2-0 now.
And in a close ball game, I think you let him throw you one here.
Up and out over the plate, but a cold strike, 2-1. Wanted to go after the slider, but he holds off, 3-1. Derek Lee will be next. Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2.
And with a full count, you need to shorten your approach here.
In the air to straightaway center field. Grissom is there, and he has it for the first out. Derek Lee will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far.
Derek Lee.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
And he hasn't lost much of anything off that fastball. It's still getting up there in a hurry.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here, 1-2. One-two is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. Got him. 4 outs away from his date with history.
And he's got to make sure not to let this get into his head. He's just got to stay the course right now.
Corey Patterson will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far.
Corey Patterson.
Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Up with it is Durham. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. So he's through 8 innings now, and he'll sit to prepare for one last hurrah. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. San Francisco leads this one 3-0. Reggie Stocker will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8.
Left fielder, Reggie Stocker.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Looks tempting up there, but he's got to hold off.
And the pitch. Strike 2. Good late break to the slider. 87 on the gun there. It's 1-2. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. Patterson's on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
Well, Matt, if he hits this ball down the line, it's probably a home run, but the center fielder is able to range back and put it away in deep center.
Moise Salou will step in, and we'll see if they decide to pitch to him this time around. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
Matt, you can see they put on an exaggerated shift to the left here.
The pitch. Now a ball hit back up the middle. Oh, and he bobbles it. Throw not in time, and he's in there with his third hit of the afternoon.
Well, and he's on base again here with one out, as that's his third hit of the game.
Edgardo Alfonso will dig in again. He singled home a run his last time.
Edgardo Alfonso.
Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Left that pitch right over the heart of the plate, Matt, but he got away with it.
Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Fouled back. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. Grounded foul off to the left, so they'll do it again. Now a swing and a soft liner, and he can't come up with it.
Couple of guys on base here as they look to perhaps get a few insurance runs here in the late innings.
Marquise Grissom will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. Here's the first offering, and that's in there for a strike. And he misses with it, 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Well, he just threw that fastball by him.
And he's established speed on the outside corner now.
First and second now, one man out. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Aramis has got it. There's 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So no runs here on 2 base hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 9th inning coming up. Last chance for romance. Giants on top, 3-0. Michael Barrett will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far.
X-ray. Michael Barrett.
Here's the first pitch. Swinging a shot back up the middle. And that's through for a base hit. And the no-hitter is gone. So he made it through 8 full innings, which is no small feat, let me tell you. But the no-hit bid will end right here as he surrenders hit number 1 here in inning number 9. Doggone, I was hoping we were going to see it that time. John Leister will stand in what would appear to be a sacrifice situation here. Jose Macias will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 1. Jose
First pitch to him. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
And the infield's ready for the bunt should that sign be put on right here.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And no one will get this one. Here's the 1-1. And this one's in the dirt. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No, strike two, says the third base umpire. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2. Top of the order to follow here. Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. And no one can corral that one. Base hit.
Not the way they wanted to get things started here with a slim lead in late innings. He's going to need to bear down now.
Todd Hollingsworth will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Todd Hollingsworth.
Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. First and second here with nobody out. And there's ball one. And that's taken for a called strike two.
Few pitches to play with now. Let's see if they can get him to fish at something.
Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Alou will make the catch just shy of that brick wall out there in right. But too late, and he's safe at third.
Heads up base running that time as he sees it's going to be a tough throw from right field, so he moves up the 90 feet.
Todd Walker will try again. 0 for 3 thus far.
Second baseman, Todd Walker.
Hit hard towards second. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third. Goes to third with it.
Well, don't count these guys out just yet. It's a two-run ball game now, and as we've seen, they won't quit until they've used up all their outs.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, one man out, and in steps Nomar. Jim Brower is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Pitching for the Giants, number 38, Jim Brower.
Now a ground ball to second. This could be two. Throw to second is in time, and that's a fantastic play.
He sees he's not going to have time to get to his feet, so he just flings this thing from his knees and still gets his man.
Aramis Ramirez will try again. 0 for 3 thus far.
Aramis Ramirez.
Armando Benitez is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 49, Armando Benitez.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Matt, let's see if that sets the tempo for the rest of the at-bat.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Swings and pops this one up. Over in foul ground now. Alfonso is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Boy, and a good pitch to end this thing as he just couldn't get enough oomph behind that swing.
So the Giants come away with a victory here, and Dave, that'll lead us to our play of the game.
Yeah, here you go. This was the base hit that gave them the lead, and from there, they never looked back.
And Dave, as always, there are a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, I think the guy you see here is most deserving of being our 989 Sports Player of the Game.
Yeah, Matt, a 3-hit ball game for him, and a couple of those were key hits as he swung the bat very well in this one.
So that'll just about wrap things up here in this one. For my partner Dave Campbell, this is Matt Vasgersian saying thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Once again, the final score. The Giants are victorious here, 3-1. This has been a presentation of 989 Sports. For more, log on to 989sports.com. So long, everybody.